Guys, what is going on? I'm down here with Ziva, and she is doing amazing. She's looking at this ball that's in my pocket. It's in my coat pocket. It's kind of cool doing these vlogs like this about the dog because I'm a guy that's never owned a German Shepherd before, never had one, never even really been around one a lot in my life. I've seen them, of course, but never really been around them a lot. So I'm going to give you some insight about some different things with having a German Shepherd and just some of my takes so far. Ziva. Look at this. She kind of looks like a Belgian Malinois, doesn't she? But anywho, Ziva, come here. You ready? You ready for this? Let's go. Go get it, girl. Woo! Wow, she's quick. Here's probably the biggest factor, one of the biggest things to talk about was, you need to exercise these dogs. It doesn't have to be like strict, strenuous military, and all that, but you need to exercise these dogs. Oh, and of course the ball went outside. And I got sick for a while. It's something that was going around. And no, it's not coronavirus. So basically, come here, Steve. I got to learn what everybody told me was the German Shepherd pace and whine. Okay? So what that means is that in my house when I was sick and I couldn't come out because not only, I was sick because of the, how bad the weather was, but it was like snowing or wet snow coming down. I couldn't take her out. So what was happening was she was doing the people told me about pace and whine. So that was one of the, not really a negative, but that was one of the things that you got to make a way for. You know what I mean? Now, if you have kids and whatnot, and your kids are going to take her out and do stuff, it won't affect you, other people to take the dog. Ziva, sit. Yeah, that's my girl. Yeah. She's getting better with that. We're still training. Number 2. But this is a given. They shed a lot. It never stops. I brush her out twice a week. Ziva, come here. Ziva. Drop. I brush her out twice a week. And, since she's been fully groomed. Ziva, sit. Yeah. Woo, she's getting a lot better with doing that on cue faster. And that's what we're looking for. But even though she's been freshly groomed, I can already tell her fur is getting thicker already and she's shedding a lot. They really brushed her out when I took her to the groomer. And, so always know that there's going to be black or whatever color your dog is. It's going to be all over the floor. You're going to have to vacuum it. The dogs are smarter than what you would think. I got an enclosed porch on the front of my house. And when I went out there with her one day, I went out there to get my mail. She went up to the door that would lead outside. It's a heavy storm door. And she put her muzzle on the handle that you would push. It's how the doors have a little latch. You just push it in and the door opens. She put her muzzle on that door handle and looked back at me. And I was like, no. I didn't want her. I don't think she'll take off anywhere, but I don't want to chance it. See, sit. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's the kind of command you want, the right on cue. But they're smarter sometimes than even what you hope for. That's one thing. Agile. She'll jump up. She'll leap up flights of stairs. Like she'll leap halfway up and then halfway up again. I don't let her do a lot of jumping unless it's on the right surface. Come here, Ziva. Somebody talk about me having her run in here on these tennis courts. I do check her pads, and their pads have been fine. And I don't do this to where, it could cause a problem. Ziva, sit. Ziva, down. See if she'll do the down. Ziva, down. Ziva, down. Down. She loves this ball. She's got a high ball drive. Ready, girl? Let's go. Go. Yeah, we're still working. I'm patient with her. I don't ever do any kind of mean yelling or any kind of tactics like that. You know, ever. Whatsoever. Never, ever yell at her. Never yell at my dogs, period. You don't have to do that. You don't have to yell at her. I mean, yeah, I've said stuff like, come on, or something, you know what I mean? But I've never yelled at my dogs or made them fear or anything like that, you know, at all. I'm stern when I do tell her commands. Ziva, sit. Yeah, that's what look at her looking at that ball. She's got the drive. She's definitely got the drive. There you go. What I'm looking into right now, guys, I'm in contact with a place that's in my state where she could get trained for scent detection. And where I would be using her at would be, come here, Ziv, would be at halfway houses where people get out of prison or out of jail, and they go to halfway houses before they let them into society. They have people there to watch them. It's kind of like you're in limbo. Before you get out into society, you're in a halfway house when you get out of jail or prison, depending on how long you're in prison or jail. People go to halfway houses, okay? And they're monitored, but they have a lot more freedom than prison, but they're monitored just to make sure everything's going to be okay before they're straight up just, you know, you don't want to just release somebody out of 10 years of prison straight on the street, you know, and sometimes, I don't want to get into that. People get institutionalized and, you know, they just have to, it's not really saying that a person can't be trusted after 10 years and they did their time. It's that a person has to adapt. You can't just come out of a decade prison sentence, get put on the street and think you're just going to walk around and fit right in. I mean, heck, look at it right now. People that had just got out of prison now that had been in 10 years, I mean, they were what? When the second iPhone was out? Come here, Ziva. You know how much everything's changed in the world? They have to transition into that. So anyway, the scent detection would be for halfway houses, correctional facilities, and sober living houses. So you first I have to meet with a trainer, and he's going to evaluate if she has the right kind of drive. Specifically looking for ball drive, is what I was told. And they're going to evaluate the dog, see if they think she's up to par to be able to do this program. What's up, Ziva? You ready? Sit. Yeah! And then once you do the program, you negotiate, you know, you can get different contracts and you can do correctional facilities. I take the dog in correctional facilities, halfway houses, and sober living houses. And it opens up a big door for a lot of different things you can do with your dog, you know, once she gets the training. So we'll have to see, you know. I don't know for sure. I know this dog's very smart, and she does have high drive. She's not super high drive, like where she's panting 24/7 and, you know, barking constantly with nonstop, but she does definitely have drive. So I'm looking into this right now. I'm speaking back and forth with somebody, and come here, Ziva. I'm not, you know, it's not 100% right now, guys. What's up, buddy? To whoever just commented to me. Drop it, Ziva. But that's what I'm looking into, getting her into scent detection. Come, Ziva. Cadaver detection is not really going to be a thing for me. Around here, there's not a lot of call for cadaver dogs, but definitely for drug dogs. A lot of times now, guys, they're not even training on marijuana right now. They're phasing, a lot of places are phasing out even training for detecting marijuana because the laws are changing so quick. And, you know, there's different things with that, but there's a lot of places that aren't even doing marijuana, which is fine. So, you know, she could be like a class 2 and 3, not a class 1 narcotic, but oh, you got a cadaver dog? That guy Kyle that just messaged me? Awesome. Ziva, sit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I want a dog that is boom, that's on it. When you're saying it, they're going down before it's even out. That's what I want. That's what I want. But there's not, this dog is so loyal. Like I can't even tell you. I've had this dog for just a few weeks now. Come here, Ziva. She's just gonna drop it out that hole down there. So there's a hole in the fence. She'll go down and drop that ball out of this hole or between the gate. Come here, Ziva. Smart as could be, and loyal. I mean, loyal to a fault. You can't even go to the bathroom. I can't even go to the bathroom in my house without her coming in with me. Take a shower. She's right outside sitting. I mean, it's just, you want a loyal dog, protection dog, things like that. You can't beat these guys. What you want, Ziva? What you want? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, sit. Yeah. See, she's got that drive, guys. She's got that drive. I'm just kind of rambling and showing her messing with the ball. She needs this exercise. I've been down for not quite a while. I was probably down for about 2 weeks. Luckily, I didn't have the sickness as bad as some people did. But there was a lot of days I'd look at her and she'd be pacing in the house and whining, doing the German Shepherd whine and pace. And I just felt bad. Like I looked at her like, what can I do? It was like sleeting out. Come on, drop it, Ziv. Ziv, drop the ball. Ziv, drop. Yeah, we got to work on that. Ziva, drop. Come here. We do have to work on that a little bit, but I'm okay. I'm okay with that. She's got drive for it. I'd look at her when I was sick, like no way I can go outside. And this dog is sitting here. I'm feeling like she's being tortured without being able to go out like she does. Now, another thing that's cool, look at her looking at me in the eyes. I got the ball in my right hand at my right hip, and watch her. She's looking at me in the eye. She's looking at me in the eye. That is exactly 100% what you want. She's not looking at the ball. She's looking at me in the eye. Look it up on videos of training. And that's exactly what you want. Staring me right in the eyes. That's a good smart dog that'll do that. Very loyal and very nice dog. When I put her in the back of my car, and then I get in the front seat, and when I sit down, she comes up and licks the side of my head. Just a very sweet, appreciative dog of everything you do. I know when I was getting ready to get her out of the car, and she was licking the side of my head when I was in her leash. She knew we were coming here because she saw the ball. She saw me put the ball in my pocket. It was in the car, and is very appreciative, almost like she knows. For those of you that want to know about Goro's fine. He's an older dog. He plays with Ziva during the day and the evenings. They play together. He can't do as much as he'd like to, but he loves her. He loves Ziva. He sees her. She goes up to him, and the first thing she does when she gets near him is she licks his head like 3 or 4 times real hard by his ear. And he looks up at me with these big eyes like he's real proud. So Goro loves her, but Goro is a big dog, and he's an older dog. What you want, girl? Ziva, sit. Yeah. But they do play together, and he does consider her his companion. They go outside. I got a big yard, all totally fenced in. When I say big, it's big for living in the city. It's not like, it's not acres. But they play in the backyard together, and he loves her. You know what, guys? Somebody just asked me a question that I'm answering. I haven't really thought about too much else. I do want to do the scent detection for drugs and narcotics. I think she would be very good for that. She's got, here's a couple things. Her temperament's really good. She's really got a protective quality about her too, but yet her temperament is there. Like we don't walk up, like if I'm walking up on somebody, I don't have to hold her back and pull back while she's like going crazy. Come here, Ziva. But she senses if something's wrong and just her level of intelligence and that nose. She's always like wanting to go nose to the ground. So she's definitely got, a good nose on her. Come on, girl, drop. Here, I'm trying to get her to put it right in my hand, but I haven't been able to do that yet. Look at her, look at what? Okay, the ball's on my right side. Look at her, look at the ball, then me. Watch her eyes. Watch her eyes, guys. Look, ball, then my eyes. She's looking me right in the eye. Come here, girl. I don't know if she'd ever stop. I do have a bowl with her water. I fill it up in that water fountain over here, and I put the bowl on the ground, and she comes over and drinks whenever she wants. And Ziv, come here. She almost dropped it outside again. What's up, big girl? What's up, big girl? What you looking at, huh? What's that over there? Okay, and I'm gonna hold the ball way out here. Watch her look at the ball and then look at me in the eye. See that? Eye contact? See that? Ziva, sit! I'm not even looking at her, and I did that. Just looking at I looked away purposely just to see if she'd still do it. Amazing doggo. Come here, girl. Yeah. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Here, give me the ball. Give me the ball. Here. I'm going to do a high one, see if she'll catch it. Well, somebody's at attention, huh? Ziva, sit. Yeah. I'm trying to do, guys, is go further and further away and say sit. It's one thing to be up on your dog and say sit, but to walk further away and be able to command sit, I'm just trying to do these little training things and little tips. I'm hoping that Whited Canine, the breeder where she came from, I'm hoping this spring that he'll help me out with some things I want to do with her. We're just going to go targeted specific things I want her to do. And, we'll see if we can get her in tune. Come here, Ziv. Whited Canine is a really cool guy. I've kind of become friends with the guy. He's got a really nice family. They all love dogs. His kid, one of his young kids has a massive Rottweiler that sleeps at the foot of her bed. He had a picture up on Facebook. Come here. He breeds Rottweiler. He don't breed a lot of Rottweilers, but he's got 2 litters of Malinois right now, Belgian Malinois, Whited Canine, Whitted Canine. He's got 2 litters of Belgian Malinois. Those things are selling like hotcakes right now. He almost always has little Dobe puppies, and his male Doberman is one of the best Doberman pinchers I've ever seen in my life. I was driving into his property, and the Doberman male breeder was in the kennel, and I literally stopped my car and was staring at this Doberman. Literally, I stopped my car. I was so impressed. And he made a joke to me, something about 15 grand for that dog. And he said 15 grand, he said, because it would be used as a breeder, and with its bloodlines, you would make that 15 grand back, and then it would all be profit from there. But he was just kind of kidding. He knew I wasn't going to buy the dog, but he said he wouldn't sell it. He said he'd have to get 15 grand to sell that male, because that's his stud that he sells the pups. But like, he has all these pups and their ears are taped. Oh yeah, somebody's looking. Oh yeah. What is that, girl? Ziva, sit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was further away than ever that time when I told her to sit. Somebody just said you with a question mark. Can you restate your comment and I'll answer you? I wasn't looking. Whoever put you and a question mark. Good girl, Ziva. Ziva. I think she got her paw into the string. It's all right, Ziva. Come here. Come here. What it did was her paw went into the string, and then the ball twisted, and the string got tight on her paw. Oh, okay. I just read that guy's message back. Good girl. Oh, look at that. She sat. I didn't even say it. I was just getting ready to say it. Ziva, down. I don't know why she's not doing down right now, guys. I'm just being honest. Ziva, down. Ziva, down. Down. There we go. That's a girl. Stay. She's just so ball. She's just got such a drive, I want her to stay until I call her. But that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's a good girl, Ziva. Well, yeah, I just read your comment. I've also been giving her treats. I didn't bring the treat bag with me today, but I've been giving her treats as well. She likes the Bill Jack. They're little training treats. They look like a Rolo, but a little bit smaller. And they're the liver flavor. Come here. Ziva, drop the ball. Drop. Ziva, drop. Good girl. Ziva, sit. Yeah, that's the furthest I've ever been from her now. That was about 5 steps away. I've been doing like 1 step at a time. I want her to sit on command from further away. You don't think that's a challenge? Try it with your dog. So it seems like, the further away you get from the dog, the less the command is working. Ziva. I know Tactical Priority is the channel name. Tactical Priority has a little building he built on his land to train his shepherds in. He's got some awesome shepherds. Just wish he lived closer. Ziva, come here. Watch this. Ziva. Ziva. I mean, I can't say, what else can I say, guys? This dog makes me laugh every day. She makes me smile every day. I can't wait to get home. I mean, when I'm away, I just, I can't wait to get home when I'm away, and just very happy. Somebody just asked, what type of dog is this? This is a solid black German Shepherd, papered, good lineage, and everything like that. And very good lines that she comes from. I actually know the grandfather of her, and he's awesome. Big boy, big scary looking boy. He's still on the property down there. When I got there, I didn't know he was behind an electric fence, and he was on part of the property where you park, and he was barking at me. And I got out of the car, but I stood there with the door open until the breeder came to where I was at. I said, man, I ain't walking nowhere with that big black shepherd barking at me. It's her grandpa. Whew. Ziva, sit. Yeah. Up high. Here you go. Okay, somebody just asked me about food driven. Right now, unless there's something that I need to try differently, she's more ball driven than anything. I have different kinds of treats. Some she's not even interested in. Some treats she won't even take. I had these little peanut butter, these little treats, little training treats that were peanut butter. And she wouldn't even eat them. She did like the Bill Jack jerky, but she's not like, she won't stare me in the eye when I hold one. She's more driven toward this ball than anything I've given her yet. So that's what I'm going off of. Ziva. Drop. She dropped it and caught it. Ziva, drop. Good girl. I'm going to throw you a far one, girl. You ready? You ready to, you guys ready to see a fur missile? All right, Ziva, go get it. Fur missile. Look at that. She's chugging. Woo, she's chugging, boy. This is 5 tennis courts deep. She's on the 5th one right now. Woo, that's fast. And 5 full-size tennis courts. I can't even hit the other end of the fence over there. And she was on the 5th one. Look at that, back already. She didn't come back as fast as she goes. She's quick. Super quick. Big girl. Big girl. Come here. Yeah, I definitely got more out of her with the using the ball. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm not gonna stay out a whole long time. This is still cold and it's still kind of bothering me a little bit out here, but and it's getting dark. Ziva, come here in the light. Come here, look at her sitting. Oh, I can't tease her. I'll give it to her. Thank you. The guy that just said beautiful dog. I'm sorry, that was a female. Thank you. You ready? Fur missile. Now she's going to slow down because it's going toward that net. She don't want to run into that net. But that was 3 tennis courts deep, almost 4. Come here, Ziv. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. I'll keep you updated. More videos to come. You got any questions about guns, knives, dogs, let me know. And I'll try to, maybe I might do a video if I get a good enough question. All right, guys. This is with Ziva. Ziva, come here. See if I can get her to... Ziva, come here. She's starting to sit. Ziva, come. Ziva, come. Ziva, come. Ziva, sit. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'll do one more good throw for you guys. Here we go. Fur missile. 2, 3 tennis courts, 4 tennis courts, 5 tennis courts. That's how fast she just went. All the way at the end. Like I said, I can't even throw the ball hard enough to hit the fence down there. She's quick. All right, guys. She gets up here. I'm going to go. Hey, you have a good rest of the night too, buddy. I appreciate that. And I'll have to look you up on... I'm not on Instagram, but I think I have an account, but I don't do nothing on there. Come here, Ziva. But I'll try to look you up, buddy. Appreciate all the good comments, guys. And we'll see you soon.